Hi guys, welcome back to another one, and if you're a returning subscriber, you are my sugar, spice and everything nice. So what's in the menu today is oven baked fish, and I'm using tilapia, whole tilapia for this. Where we get our fish from here in Kenya, we get it from the lakeside or Nyanza province in Kisumu. I bought mine in big batches and came and froze it in the fridge. I just thawed it this morning and I spiced it up. I marinated it with some salt, some pepper. I'm going to be tossing it in my oven, and this will make a crispy fish, guys. People deep fry it using a big pan that we call a karai, and you put some oil in it, some cooking vegetable oil in it. You deep fry it. But today I'll be showing you a healthier version to achieve the same result. It will come out crispy and crunchy, but it will be oven baked and you won't use as much oil. And I'll also be sharing a very interesting sauce that I make with the fish. And I use bell peppers for it, and I use a hot pepper as well. I think they call these jalapeno peppers or something. I don't know if it's the same pepper. Jalapeno peppers. I like mine with a little hotness. So I'll be showing you just the perfect sauce to make with this. So here I started by making slits about an inch deep on my fish to ensure the salt and pepper I rub on them gets absorbed very well. This was earlier in the day. After defrosting my fish the previous night, I made them for dinner this day, so they marinated for about 8 hours prior to cooking. You can marinate them using any other spices of your choice like ginger, garlic, and so on, but since I was making a sauce on the side with the same ingredients, I only used salt and pepper. I patted my fish with dry paper towels before going in with my salt and pepper. And these I set aside to marinate until it was ready to go into the oven, and that was 8 hours later. Here I'm just rubbing some salt and pepper evenly on all the pieces of fish. And here I'm just going in with some cooking oil, coating them evenly on both sides. And here they're ready to go into the oven. And I'm just going to rub some more oil to coat them evenly to prevent them from sticking on my grill. So here, guys, I had to put a baking tray beneath my grill to collect all the drippings from our fish, since our fish will be dripping quite a bit of liquid. So ensure you leave enough space to turn them over. And here I'm just coating them with more oil and flipping them on both sides to ensure that they're evenly coated with oil. Bake the fish for 15 minutes at 150 degrees Celsius. And here they are already losing excess water. As you can see, they're dripping. Therefore, they're getting crispy. So I put them back in the oven for a further 10 minutes using the grill option for my oven at 150 degrees Celsius. As our fish cooks, let's start on our sauce. And here I'm chopping 2 tomatoes, 3 cloves of garlic, 1 tablespoon of ginger, 2 red onions, 1 yellow pepper, 1 red pepper, and 1 jalapeno pepper, or any other pepper. You can skip the pepper if you don't want it too hot. Add a 1/4 cup of water and blend it into a coarse paste. Be sure not to overblend it though. I like mine a little coarse, so I blended it for just a minute. And guys, be careful with the water you put in while blending. I put in a little bit too much, so it took longer to dry up, but it still turned out great. So in a pan, add about 2 tablespoons of vegetable oil. Then add in the pepper mixture to cook. And keep stirring it on medium heat until the water evaporates and our mixture reduces in size. But if you like it wet, it's still fine. I like mine dry since I'll be coating my fish with it and roasting it in the oven. I prefer it not to be too runny. So here I started on my leafy greens, and I'm making kunde with spinach. So I'm just adding some salt and spices of your choice here. I put in some salt and turmeric in my sauce and stir it up. And I cooked this sauce for about 10 minutes. I cooked it until the water evaporated completely. So here I'm just frying my kunde and my leafy greens in an onion and garlic mixture. So I put in my kunde first since the leafy greens of kunde, since kunde is a bit tough, I find it a little tough. So I cook it first and I put my spinach last. Here I was just adding some water to make it smoother. Some people prefer to boil it on the side, but I skip that process of boiling. I just boil it together with the frying. So I just fry it and then I add some water, cook it until it's tender, and then I can add my spinach. And that's what I'm doing here. I'm just adding spinach. And then I'm going to cover it and simmer for about 5 minutes until the spinach softens. So as you can see, our sauce is losing the water and it's dry. Look at that consistency, guys. Just perfect. This is ready to rub on our fish. The water has completely dried out and it's a dry sauce. At this point you can take it out and serve it on the side with your fish, but I'm just going to coat my fish with it and put it in the oven for 5 minutes. So here I'm just starting on my ugali and I'm just boiling my water. I'm adding in my flour little by little until it thickens. So keep stirring until you get a thick mixture. I don't know how well to put it, guys. If you've made ugali before, you know that this is an art. To get the perfect ugali is an art, guys. I've had to make this so many times before to perfect the art. But I discovered that once you cover your ugali, it comes out very soft. So here I'm just stirring it in until it's easy to stir, not too hard of a consistency. As you can see, our greens have lost all the water and they're ready. So I cut off the flame as we continue to make our ugali. So here I'm just stirring it until it's hardened, but not too hard. And the trick to cooking ugali, guys, is to reduce the flame. Let the flame not be too high or too low either. So here I'm just coating it completely on my pan, on the sides, spreading it on the sides to make sure it cooks. And then I'm just going to cover it for about a minute or two and let it cook with the steam. And this is a trick to making soft ugali, guys. So this was 2 minutes later, and I'm just turning it over to cook the other side of the ugali. So the trick here is to ensure that all sides are cooked. That's the easiest way I can explain it, guys. So here I'm just doing the same thing. I'm spreading it out and covering, sort of covering in the steam so that the below part cooks with the steam and it doesn't burn. So this ensures the ugali doesn't burn, but it cooks evenly. So here the trick is to cook it to the steam and not the fire, guys, if I make sense. I hope it does make sense. And I cooked my ugali for about 7 to 8 minutes. Okay, I'm just going to cover it again and cook the other side of the ugali. As you can see, it's already steaming. So that's the steam that's cooking the ugali. And at this point, our ugali is almost ready. Can you see that steam? Yeah, once you see it start to stick on your wooden spoon or your mwiko, just know that your ugali is almost ready. Okay, I'm just spanning the sides to make sure that it is cooked evenly on all sides. And as you can see, it's quite sticky at this stage. So this tells you that our ugali is ready. Can you see that? Sticking on the pan as well, but it's not burning, guys. What you're looking for here is not burning. We don't burn our ugali. We don't want our pan to be burnt. So here I'm just cooking it for further 2 minutes, and then I'm going to get it off the flame. So guys, if you're making more ugali, just note it's going to take more time to cook, but the process is exactly the same. And at this point, our ugali is ready. So I'm just making it into a round bowl. I'm just forming it into sort of a cone so that it fits on my plate. I know my brothers from Luyaland or from the lake will not be happy with me for cooking such a tiny ugali. These guys are used to eating big ugali. Yeah, so mine is just tiny compared to what they're used to eating. But I made a serving enough for my family. And I don't like cold ugali. I prefer to cook fresh ugali. So I don't like to eat it the next day. People keep it and eat it the next day, and it's very tasty. I prefer mine hot. I live in a cold area, so if you eat cold ugali, it doesn't rub in well. Not the best. So here I'm just covering my ugali, and dinner is ready, guys. So let's add the favorite part. Wow, look at that steam from that ugali. That ugali is hot. If you eat ugali at this stage, this hot, it's the best ugali. It's the tastiest ugali. And it came out quite soft. And our greens were very good as well. So here I'm just serving it. Can you see that fish, guys? It came out crispy. And brown nicely. This was very tasty. This was amazing. So I put away one fish. My daughter doesn't like pepper. This was my daughter's fish. So I prefer to serve hers without any pepper, without any sauce. She prefers it like that. So this was my daughter's plate. And for our fish, I coated it with the sauce. As you can see, it looks nice. I put it in the oven for just about 5 minutes. That's it for today's video, guys. Thank you for watching, and see you on my next one.